So we might find something relevant. No, we've got all these silk handkerchiefs. These are not right. This container is locked. Thievery.
Done.
We'll drop that handkerchief back in. That won't get someone in trouble. No, it's just money. I don't want money. It's not in there. As we found, there's nothing in there to search.
Ready.
While I'm off doing that, I may as well go and
Why
do
not?
that.
All right.
All of these are locked, eh?
I'm here. Might as well.
Right, hang on. So the bracelet.
All right.
No.
Aye, what?
What?
Right.
No, that's
gone.
got stuff in it. Oh, late.
What you be wanting now? Might as well.
I'm gone.
Everyone in here. There's nothing there. Okay.
Aye, why not?
It's a lot of money I could probably use. Wouldn't be right just to sneak in.
I'm gone.
Just wouldn't be proper. So I assume we've got to find something.
Right.
That is a lot of money. It is. Right, so
I'm gone.
Ready. Why not?
gold ring, that's probably exceptionally valuable. Oh, right, you're there, aren't you?
All right.
I've gone to all these areas, and... Ah! There we go. Had you any luck in finding my scent? In a way, I believe it's on Marissa's lost veil, which I returned to her. She has your scent.
Updated my journal.
She does she? We shall see about that. Do not move, I shall return shortly. Wait. There, that solves that. That hideous witch. Always stealing my perfumes, but never did I think she would have the audacity to steal my own personal scent. Humph. She suddenly shakes out her crimson hair, and in moments you're surrounded by the most intensely exotic and arousing scent you have ever had the pleasure of smelling. That smells great. It does it not? And as you have done a favour for me, so I wish to stand close to me. Alright, I'll approach. Step closer to Vivian. She takes your hand and, turning it over, takes a single cautious sniff of your wrist. Phew! She wrinkles her nose. Vinegar? Or embalming fluid? Here, I will remove the smell from you. She mutters a few strange syllables, and a light tingling sensation spreads over your skin. In a moment, your chemical reek lessens substantially. There, how is that? People should be less eager to avoid conversation with you now. Thank you.
In knowing the teachings of Zerthamon, I have become stronger.
Like I need a bonus to my charisma. I think it's maxed out. Anyway, yeah, it's not even got any bonuses. You level up. Spell memorization, hit points. Yay, perform party. No, we're not gonna leave him here. But
I'm gone.
I've done that now. I don't think I want to keep him with me. I kind of, part of me wants to because he's a character, but I think we'll end up getting rid of him anyway. And I think, I mean, the thing is, he's chaotic neutral. He's mad. Anna's kind of chaotic. This is my frustration with chaotic neutral. Or with the nature of the alignments. It's like, oh, there's 9 alignments, and like, well, not really.
I'm gone.
Like someone who's out for themselves and doesn't care about anyone, but isn't really evil. You'd argue would be chaotic neutral. I'm gonna leave him here. isn't really chaotic. Oh, I can't leave him here. But this is where he lives. This is where he belongs. We'll leave him outside, so he's like a big door sign.
All right.
Whereas he seems to be more of a
Ignus hears you.
Go away.
I will wait for your return.
Bye. Run away. Like, so it's Anna and Ignus are different characters with different alignments. Oops, I've gone the wrong way. I'm going to run past Ignus again. It'll be really awkward. They are, in their own way, they're very different characters. And I think in D&D, the 9 alignments are almost too broad to some extent. We'll leave him be, I think. What was I thinking of doing? Not this. That. Lothar suggests the next stage of my journey might be to journey to the Civic Festival. Head there, they might have it. Oh, we're not doing that one. So let's indeed try going to the Civic Festival again. Maybe there's someone in there we can ask about. Actually, let's go into... Let's go back here and ask about the story again. Although I think we've already heard it, haven't we? Yes, I have. Tell us the story of Ignus. I shall remember this tale. Now I have one for you, the execution. Go on. Once a murderer roamed Sigel's streets, a black-hearted named by the man of Cossacks. He had been blessed by his abyssal mother so that no one could strike him with an intent to harm, or they themselves would die. He revelled in his blessing, using it to start fights and murder any who crossed his path. During one of his murderous rages, he was captured by the Harmonium with nets and brought before the governors. The trial was short, final, yet Cossack laughed at the proceedings, knowing that no one among them could harm him without dying horribly. At the final day of his trial, he was proclaimed guilty and sentenced to death. Cossack's sentence proclaimed by the governors was this: confinement for thrice 30 days, during which time you shall give up your life, be declared dead, and your body removed when all signs of life cease. Cossacks laughed and dared any of them to try and harm him, yet the court was silent. The mercy killers led Cossacks to their prison and locked him in a dark, empty cell. There was no cot, no lights, and the only door was a steel grate in the ceiling. As they lowered him into the cell, the mercy killer told him, "In the corner of your cell will you find a chalice. It holds poison. Your death will be swift." "Aren't you going to execute me?" Cossack snarled at the guard. "No one in Sigil shall lay a hand on you with intent to harm," came the mercy killer's reply. Go on. "Then I spit on your cowardice," Cossacks laughed, feeling for the chalice in the darkness, then hurling it at the wall and shattering it. Its poison dripped from the wall and dried until it was no more. "Come then, you'll have to try and kill me now." But there was no response from the grate in the ceiling. It was then that Cossacks noted the cell had no cot, no lights, and no food and water. All that remained was the shattered chalice, the poison gone. And for the first time, Cossacks knew the icy touch of death's approach. In thrice 30 days, the grate opened, and Cossack's body, now cold, was taken from the cell. It had given up its life, and the execution had been carried out. I have a question for you. Do you know anything about puzzle that? Tale of Ravel Prisoner, frightener of children, begins and ends with a question: what can change the nature of a man? Go on. Many were the times she posed this riddle to those who approached her, those who sought to glean from her the strange magics that she alone seemed to possess. All attempted to answer her query, but to no avail, and they found the price of their wrong answer to be some horrible fate, always more terrible than the last victim's. To account their various torments would be to speak of things that nightmares are woven from. The tale strikes me in this way. Ravel herself knew not the answer to this question, but she lusted for such an answer. Only the why of the matter remained in question. Why did the nature of a man matter to one of the Grey Sisters, especially one so powerful as Ravel? It is said that she put the question to the Lady of Pain, not directly, but shouted it to Sigil itself, daring for the lady to answer. When no reply was forthcoming, she wove terrible magics that threatened to open the cage and let the fury of the plains roll in like a wave. She received no answer other than banishment. To this day, no one knows the answer to Ravel's question, and now there is no one to petition, for Ravel herself is gone, lost to the plains.
Updated my journal.
Wait, there is more. Though my tale ends with Ravel's demise, there are some that claim the hag still lives. Echo is one such person. Ask her of Ravel, and she might tell you more of the hag. Ooh, right, okay.
All right.
Although I'm fairly sure. Oh, okay. So you have to do all this stuff for Echo. Because you need to get this insight. Unless there's another way of getting it, I suppose. I had some questions. Do you know anything about Ravel Puzzlewell? In fact, I do. Not only does she exist, she has children. What?
Updated my journal.
One of them is here, at least. Kasai Ceres. She is a child of Ravel's, though she is loath to accept the fact. Who could blame her? I've never gotten her to admit it, though I'm sure it is true. Thank you.
Done.
We're meandering around and chatting with people. No, you're not who we want. Are you? No, you're Delora, and that's not your room. I don't think it is. Maybe it is. I'm confused. Oh, door. Where is she then? Because Marissa's here. She's probably meandering around here, and I'm missing her completely. There's Cassiceris. There we go. Is there something you'd like to share with me? I'm looking at Ravel Puzzlewell. Sure, something I can do for you? Are you Ravel's daughter? What? Where'd you hear such a thing? Echo told me.
Updated my journal.
Ridiculous! I think I know if that wicked hag is my own mother. Now stop bothering me about it. Who is your mother then? I don't know. All right, my father raised me. I never knew her, but do I look like a night hag to you? Well, there is the skin, the eyes, and teeth, kind of. Perhaps we'll speak later, but I'm no longer in the mood. Farewell. Right, okay. She doesn't want to believe it. I'll just have to find a way to prove it to her. Well, don't worry, I didn't say long. Don't say upset long. Something I can do for you? What sort of things do you do? Talk, of course. Usually about dreams. Often those are erotic in nature, but not always. So, would you like to tell me yours? Don't be shy. I've heard everything you know. Nothing will shock or surprise me, and I so love to hear people's dreams. We can trade if you'd like to, but you must go first. My dreams were recently revised when I saw you. I don't have dreams, actually. Truly? How sad. Even fiends and divas dream. You know, are you certain you don't? Quite certain. No dreams at all. It's peculiar. I'm at a loss as to what to say. Could have some questions. Do you know anything about Ravel Puzzlewell? No, nothing. Are you sure? You seem suddenly upset. Of course I'm sure. Don't ask me of her again. Yeah, she...
I'm gone.
Right, doesn't like that. Actually, who's your dad? Who's your dad? Then I can go and bother him. I had some questions. What are you? What? Going to tell? A woman! I can see my answer doesn't please you. I'm plain touch, actually, like your friend here. Another question. What are you doing here? That's any of your questions, it seems. Really, though, I'm a student of Mistress Grace's. All the prostitutes in the brothel are a student? That's right. The brothel is actually a school for women who are thinking of becoming sensates. Mistress Grace teaches us the ways of language so that we can better identify with others and those around us. It lets us experience the planes more fully, you know.
All right.
I need to prove to her that she is Ravel's daughter. Yes. How do you prove it? Is there something down here? Maybe we can look at some of the images and that will help.
Done.
But I can't remember which way around you have to go for these. I think it's based on where their rooms are, roughly. Kamazi Adatung. I might not be able to I might not be allowed to look at these, actually, thinking about it. Delora. Because these are all experienced things, aren't they? Cassiceris. Oh, okay, so I can't look at hers anyway. What's this one? Oh, this is the one that's scribbled out, isn't it? Bags. Something was once inscribed, but the writing has been scoured away. Her.
All right.
How do you prove it? Is it Caesarus? Is there something I'm missing in talking to her? Try again. Are you Ravel's daughter? What? Just a rumor, that's all. Ridiculous. I think I'd know. Who is your mother then? Do I look like one? No, of course not. So your name is Caesarus. So I need to find your dad.
I'm gone.
It's gonna be really weird. Because I assume Caesarus is a double-barreled first name rather than a first name, second name.
Done.
Or double name. Right. Can you help?
Yes?
Question about our travels. Have you ever heard of a night hag named Ravel? I'm familiar with the name. Rumours cluster thickly about that name, and most tend to discount her as a myth. But I suspect that she did exist, and that she made quite an impression in the cage during her stay here. Why do you ask? I need to seek her out. Truly, I find myself compelled to ask why. I need information she has. Is this information available from no one else? I suspect so.
Updated my journal.
Consider this. If Ravel does indeed exist, then she is extremely powerful and cunning. If a fraction of the stories of her activities are true, then she is a creature that has discovered new meanings of evil. To search for her is not a quest to be undertaken lightly. I know. Well, I have never met a myth. That should be quite the outing. Don't you ever try doing anything boring? I try not to. Do you know anything else about Ravel? She was said to be one of the great hags of the Great Waste, and that she was believed to possess powers and a cunning far beyond those of her sisters. She came to Sigil long ago, and in addition to the evils she committed during her stay, rumour has it that her actions threatened the cage itself. Now she primarily exists only as fiction, a figure in children's stories. I imagine the Lady of Pain dealt with her as all threats to Sigil are dealt with. Is there anyone else you might know about her?
Updated my journal.
Someone in the festival may know more of her. Okay.
Updated my journal.
Think more about this. Okay. Night hag. Prison one of the Lady of Pain's mazes. Foreign Ghost told me that her own mother sold her into slavery to the Tannery's hated enemies, the Bartezu, no less. Apparently, Fall from Grace won her freedom is a contest of improvisation with a Bartezu master. She didn't elaborate on more details. Well, I didn't actually ask her about that, so I don't know why that's in my journal.